Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Geek Channel with a video I've been wanting to talk about, a topic that I've been very passionate about. The title suggests that why physical media matters. And I'm a physical media collector. I mean, you can see in the background, I collect physical media, DVD, 4K, Blu-rays, anything that involves around physical media. I've been collecting physical media since 2012, and my first Blu-ray I ever owned was the Avengers. This is the Target exclusive, come with the bonus disc, and this is where it started off. This is my very first Blu-ray I ever owned with my own money. I was 13 years old. I was really excited to get a physical release of the Avengers because I saw it 3 times in theaters, and after when it was not in theaters anymore, I was in the mood wanting to watch this movie. So I waited until when they announced that the Avengers coming on Blu-ray. I was like, yes, I want to get the DVD version. I was planning on DVD, believe it or not. Back in the day, I was a DVD collector. I was buying DVDs, but I decided to get the Avengers on Blu-ray form. As a matter of fact, Blu-ray DVD edition of the Avengers. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to get a definitive edition of the film. Why not get the Target exclusive 3D edition of the Avengers? One of my favorite things that ever come out in 2012. I love this movie, no matter what. This is one of my favorite movie theaters experience. I mean, it's just a phenomenal experience that I saw in theaters back in 2012 in the midnight showing. Like back when it wasn't actually midnight showings, like 12 a.m. at night. Then we got a 7 p.m. Thursday showing. It's not the same as what it was. Anyways, that's off topic. Physical media. Yeah, the Avengers were my very first Blu-ray I ever owned, and that's where everything got started collecting physical media. On Blu-ray, DVD, 4K, whatever format I collect. And whatever label I collect. Studio releases, Criterion, Arrow Video, Doctor Who, just anything basically. And lately, over the years, that I see like physical media has been dying down over the years. The sales have not been great for physical media, and that kind of made me sad because a lot of people are going towards to streaming services, Disney Plus, Netflix, HBO Max, Peacock. I hate that title. And obviously, video on demand, rentals, all that. It's very similar to the way what happened to Blockbuster. That Blockbuster has died out because of the big, the big hit of Netflix. Because it was easier to watch movies on Netflix because it's all there in browsing, rather than going out and go Blockbuster and rent it for a couple of days or anything like that. It's very similar to what's going to happen in physical media. That sales have been kind of doing okay, but the Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max have been going up because a lot of people are going toward to digital streaming services rather than getting physical media and watch it on disc at home with the beautiful transfer. And it's kind of made me sad because with physical media, you own them. You kind of own them. You kind of doesn't have to. You don't have to worry about that the studio gonna bust in my door and just get rid of these and from you and just take away from you. That didn't happen. That never happened to me. Not that I know of. Just everything's still there. Since 2012. I sold some of the Blu-rays. Obviously, some movies I did not like. Some movies I'm never gonna rewatch. But most of the Blu-rays I own are still with me. That was in 2012, still to this day. And obviously, I like holding them. I like taking out the disc, putting in the player. I like that a lot. I like reading the synopsis. I like reading the special features. Reading the special features just gives you more excitement going watching on disc because you can see, oh my god, there's an audio commentary. I want to check that out. And it's not the same with digital streaming when you're browsing on Netflix. When I go to Netflix, I only watch, original exclusive series that is available only on Netflix, like Stranger Things, The Queen Gambit recently, which is phenomenal limited series. But it's not the same when you get on physical media. When you go out to Best Buy or Target, it's in your hands. You got it. You're paying for it. You pay the full price, but you haven't. You're going to keep this in the long run. And there's a lot of things like why Blu-rays are better than digital streaming services. One, Blu-rays is uncompressed. You're gonna have a better, higher bit rate. You're gonna have a better picture quality, better audio, better visual presentation over digital streaming services. In digital streaming services, you're gonna have compression issues. You need a higher, faster, stronger internet. You need all of those that and buffering. Buffering happens a lot when you're watching on Disney Plus or streaming services. You need internet. You need all that jazz to be able to watch on the fingertips on digital streaming services. Nothing like that with physical media. Because physical media doesn't do that. It's on disk. It's there. You don't need internet. You don't need change your settings and all that jazz. You don't need that. It's here in your hands. I mean, I love looking at it. I love holding it. And with all that being said, there's one time that I was like, oh, I know the film is on Netflix, and I remember watching that film on Netflix called Flipped, a cute coming of age romantic story. So I was like, oh, I remember this one on Netflix, and I did watch it on Netflix years ago, back at 14, 15, something like that. Love the film, by the way. And then recently, a couple of months ago, I wanted to watch this movie. I was like, I don't have no Blu-ray, no, I don't have it on DVD, so I went on Netflix, just looking for it. Boom, they didn't have it. It's no longer on Netflix, so I had to track down the Blu-ray, which I did. I did track down the Blu-ray and watch it on Blu-ray in a better quality, and I still love it. I still love that movie. Great underrated flick. I highly recommend. And that answers the question that digital streaming services never wins because you don't own them. You don't own the content that Netflix has or Disney Plus has or HBO Max has. You don't own them. I mean, you don't own the content that they have. Netflix doesn't own all the content that Netflix has in their browse, in their app. Netflix, you know what the Netflix only own? They only own their exclusive service shows like The Queen Gambit and Stranger Things. Not all the catalog titles in the film because they have to do with rights with the studios, and that's a problem because Netflix tend to get rid of all the titles that you're watching on some services, and so that is gone, and it's never gonna come back in another few years or anything. That's happened with The Office and Friends. Netflix got rid of their one of the biggest viewing ratings on Netflix streaming service. That's The Office and Friends, and boom, just like that, it's gone. And you know what I did? I tracked down the Blu-rays release of Friends, and soon rather later, The Office got released on Blu-ray. I pre-ordered that, and I got it physical media, and I don't have to worry about compression issues with The Office, which is a great thing. Just that actually made me happy because I own physical media. Yes, I own Friends and The Office on physical media. And another thing on top of that, look what happened to the whole thing with Amazon Prime. There was a complaint that one of the presidents said that all my stuff that I bought on video demand is gone. Well, there you have it, folks. Not everything you own is on digitally. When you own digitally, well, it's not yours. You don't own them. You don't own them. Those part of the rights. The rights issues, basically, that Amazon take the rights, put it on their platform, and once a year, when the contract's up, that film or TV show will be gone. That happened when that particular Amazon Prime's news that just dropped. I told many people, when you own it on cloud or digitally, you don't own them. Physical media, however, you go into Best Buy, you buy them, and it's yours forever. for the long run. Crazy. How cool is that? And it's nice having in my hands whether Criterion, whether TV box set, Doctor Who, Blu-ray, Disney Blu-rays, like everything. Like I own this. It's in my hands. You got beautiful packaging, beautiful artwork, wonderful special features by the Criterion Corner. I mean the Criterion Collection, not my series, the Criterion Corner series. Suspect for more of that. And beautiful disc art and all that. It's not the same. And not the same with digital streaming services. And children say, yes, I own Netflix or Disney Plus. Yes, because I watch the exclusive content like The Mandalorian or Stranger Things. But after all these years, since 2012, I'm still a physical media collector. No matter what, if you're gonna say stop buying Blu-rays or anything like that because you have way too much Blu-ray, well, no, I'm not gonna stop buying Blu-rays because I want to own them in my entire life. One of my favorite films, E.T. I have it on multiple format. I have it on DVD, VHS is up there, and Blu-ray and 4K. I own E.T. multiple formats. Sue me. One of my favorite films of all time. And I'm still gonna buy Blu-rays. I'm still gonna buy physical media. I'm still gonna be supporting physical media. We all do, and sorry for the background noise because the buzzing. Hey, it is what it is. But I just hope that physical media doesn't go downhill, and that everything can be digital streaming services or everything going digital, which I don't like. I mean, cool, I guess, but physical media is way better than digital. Now, I remember the day that when Avengers Endgame was coming out on 4K on day one release, I was like really excited. I went to my car, I went straight to Best Buy and bought Avengers Endgame on 4K, and I was like, it's in my hand. I can finally watch this movie forever. Like, I love this movie, and I cannot wait to watch the special features. I cannot wait to watch to hear the audio commentary by the Russo brothers. It was an exciting time for me. It's in my hand, and the zip cover is so beautiful and everything like that. And later on, it's available on Disney Plus, but I don't care about Disney Plus. When I watched Avengers Endgame on Disney Plus, and it doesn't look as good as the 4K disc that I watched. And then when I watched the 4K disc to compare the resolution, yeah, the 4K disc is so much better looking than digital on Disney Plus. I don't know why it's that, but I see some 7 pixelated moments in the movie when 4K in the 4K disc, it doesn't do that at all. And this is why I still collect physical media. If I was in the desert island, it's gonna question me like digital streaming services or physical media. I would go physical media all the way. I mean, hands down. And it's scary for me that I don't want physical media to go away. I do not want physical media to die down. And knowing that all the people are gonna realize, oh, all the stuff that can be on digital is not ours. I mean, it's very scary because I don't want them to go away. I don't want to die down. Recently, at my hometown, Brownsville, my local Best Buy, they got rid of their physical media section. It's only this it's just one row of physical media, and it's very scarce. It's just so small. They got rid of the majority of physical media section, and I was like, nope, no. That actually worries me that I still collect physical media, and when I talked to the employee in Best Buy saying, yeah, now the people are buying out physical media in our Best Buy. I'm like, well, I do. I go to Best Buy every day. I mean, not every day, like once a week, like Blue Release Day, and watch and get the physical media that I want to get. And it's scary for me because I don't want physical media to go away. I do not want that. I do not. I mean, it's not the same. It's not the same as digital streaming service. It's not the same. It's so special that I can hold these in my hand. I can touch them. I can read the special features. The picture quality is 10 times better than the digital streaming service picture quality, and you're not gonna have compression issues, or because you're gonna have a bigger bit weight. And this is why I still collect physical media to this day, because I'm still gonna support them no matter what. Um, you know, physical media collecting is a big part of myself as a film fan, as a watching classic movies on Criterion that I never seen. Some Blu-rays I own that are very new to me, first time watches, and that's very exciting. It's not the same as with digital streaming, and it goes to the same thing when movie theaters are going down. One of my local movie theaters in San Antonio, Regal Cinemas, are shut down. They're gone. They're out of business. They're done, and that saddens me because the whole digital streaming services and obviously the pandemic that had to do with it. But I just do not want physical media to go down and go away from it because physical media is really special. Like I can hold it, I can have it in my shelf beautifully, and just owning one of my favorite films on Blu-ray is something really special. And you know, it's not the same as digital streaming services, but the physical media collectors community that we are still going to support the physical media without a doubt, no matter what, because they're awesome. They're awesome, and I get every time when you know when I see people when they're complaining that one of the movies or one TV shows are not on Netflix. I was like, I got smiling because I own it. Like haha, I own it. They're all complaining. They're all sad about that. The Office is gone on Netflix. It's not on Netflix anymore. I was like looking at this Blu-ray box here and saying, physical media wins. And for that round, it's like I'm holding it. I'm looking at it. It's like it's all in my hands. I can watch this and just, physical media always can be something way special. I was so happy when I see a lot of people complaining that The Office just no longer on Netflix. I was like, haha, it's mine. Like, yep, I own it. I won. Well, there you have it, guys. I've been wanting to do this video talking this particular topic that I've been, in my mind for as long as I can remember, that I still collect physical media, and I don't want to know that why physical media matters. And yeah, comment below. I'm really curious about your thoughts on this. I highly recommend watching Thomas Dominguez video about why physical media matters. Link below. He did talk about his experience on why physical media matters for him, and it's a great video. I highly recommend. Link below. And I've been planning to talking about this topic for a long time. Now I can finally do so and share my things, share my thoughts on why physical media matters, and why physical media is so much better than digital streaming service, and why it's so scary, and my honest truth about it. And yeah, I hope physical media stays strong. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I really appreciate that. And have a great day. Take care.